Thank you and welcome to another episode of the Carolina Otaku Podcast. I am Afro and I am here with my co-host. Welcome back, you guys. It hasn't been that long. We didn't record last week. Lexy was on a busy schedule, festival, everything like that, driving, you know what I mean?
My twin was here. Like, it was just crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, we can record the week after next. We ain't got to worry about it this week. But what that means is we actually got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff has happened since the last time we have talked. So you guys know how we start these off. We usually start these off with what we've been up to lately, what's been going on, and So Lexi, what you been up to since we last talked?
Yeah, you pretty much just said it. But anyways, I went to Dreamville, had a blast. My twin was with me. Been doing my school, so right now we're like getting ready for prepping to take our exams next month. Mm-hmm. And then other than that, that's pretty much it for me.
Okay. So since she was coming to North Carolina, Lexi did come up, did give me a visit.
I was so tired.
It was nice.
So tired.
Yeah. Nice visit. Sat, talked, ate some food. But she, had a good time at Dreamville and everything, especially for its last hurrah. It seems like it went out with on a high note.
Okay, hold over. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Shoot.
I don't even think this is gonna be the last hurrah.
Get the fuck out.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Explain. Right, that pisses me off too. So before the festival, apparently they worked out some deal where they're gonna use that field for a new festival. I guess it's still gonna carry the Dreamville moniker. The main thing about it, I don't think J. Cole is gonna be typically he's the ending show that Sunday night. Well, he's not going to be doing that anymore. I don't know if he's going to have so many of his Dreamville acts in it either, but it is supposed to go on and monitor. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to go to that next year because this is technically the last one, and I kind of want to go to Coachella. Oh,
you want to go to that shit?
Yes, I want to go to Coachella. Yes.
Jesus, we talked about this in the last episode. How his name is the thing that gets people going to the festival.
Right. I know J. Cole, his artists are going to be there. It's going to be a good time. Yada yada yada. But now you're taking his stuff out. So who you guys really going to have that's going to come up to Raleigh out of all places like that? And then I feel like they're going to not make it so. How do I put this in a nice way? But less urban and introduce some different types of acts. So for me to even consider it, they have to drop the track, the set list or whoever's going to be there before I even think about it. Because no,
I hope it doesn't. I have nothing against this festival. I've been to I brought it up in the last episode. I've been to the Hopscotch Festival before, and the year I went was when they had Janelle Monáe come, but it wasn't. It was Many Moons, Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
Not. This is before Jadena was even in the picture. I know that's weird for me to say, but it was Many Moons, Janelle Monáe. I'm an alien from outer space type shit. You know what I mean?
Stuff.
Yeah, she was still rocking the pompadour, right? So it was okay. But I hope it doesn't become that. I have nothing against hopscotch, but like I said, I don't know many people that are coming from different countries to go to hopscotch.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
There's people coming from all over for Dreamville.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's not gonna hit the same. It's not going to hit. Like I said, I saw the videos that you posted on Instagram with Badu's performance.
Okay, let me just talk about it. All right, cool. Because he's already starting talking about performances and shit. All right, so if you've never been to Dreamville and you're thinking about going, let's go ahead and get some things out the way. You better have on some nice, comfortable ass shoes. Don't think about wearing no heels, no boots. Just take your Nikes and go because you got to walk a mile to the field. And I told my twin this. My twin has never been, right? And he was like, yeah, I got it. Oh, okay. So we hop out the car or we start walking, right? Now, mind you, this is not flat. Like, you got hills and shit, and you going through, like, you could either be going through, like, dirt or shit to get to this place, depending on, like, where you park. And then parking is insane. So whatever. So, like, we drop the car, we're all walking, and, like, so we're walking through, like, the parking lot. We haven't even got to, like, where the intersection is to go down to get to the field. He's like, God damn, how much further? Like, oh no, we got a ways to go, sir. Like, a ways to go. That is one thing. Make sure you carry some water, like a water container.
How'd that water bottle do that you had?
Oh, amazing, because, like, thank God. Oh, hold on, I want to say something real quick. Thank you for the ice, because we definitely needed that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, and it was funny. So, like, I filled it up with water, and, like, let's get to that, because that's the next part. So you're gonna walk through the field. You know, make sure you have a fan. I don't care. It's hot. You need a fan. So get one of those electric fans from Amazon. Keep it moving. All right. Okay. It came in clutch Sunday. We'll get to that. But, like, so you got to go in. Well, the line to get in, you have to go, like, if you're carrying a clear book bag, you still got to go through line check. And they had this old lady. She was stopping everybody. She stopped us. She's like, what's in the bottle? And we're like, ice and water. Now, mind you, this is like a liter bottle. This is not a small bottle. She's like, oh, y'all gotta drink that all up before you come in. Ma'am, it's water. It's over a liter. So, like, we're passing it around, trying to, like, drink it all up, because, like, we just didn't want to, like, pour it out, but we ended up, like, pouring it most, like, a little bit out anyway. So we go back through. Dude was like, oh, y'all good. I wasn't telling y'all to throw it out. She was like, y'all can come through my line. Why you say that 5 minutes ago? Even before we got there, there was a girl that had a pack of gum, and she couldn't even go in with the pack of gum. We had to pass the pack of gum back to, like, somebody. Hey, take a piece, pass it back. Take a piece, pass it back, because she couldn't go in with it, so she just gave it away to everybody that was in line. So, anyways, read what you can bring in, what you can't bring in. That's another thing. So after that, like, we get in. Mind you, this is it's sold out, so there's people everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So if you don't like crowded places, this ain't for you.
Yeah, you already know that.
And my best friend, he does not like crowded places at all, but, like, he went because he loves J. Cole. Like, when I say he's a J. Cole head, he's a J. Cole head. So all the way he got through it was imagining that this was the end of the world and everybody was trying to, like, fend for themselves to get to, like, to survive. That's all he made through. So he's like, okay, I'm good now. So, yeah, there's a lot of shit to do. Like, there's so much to do. Like, I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to ride the Ferris wheel. You got, like,
there's a fucking Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel. Like, you didn't see my picture of the Ferris wheel. There's a Ferris wheel back there.
Jesus.
I didn't do that. There's, like, little booths. Like, Bacardi was there. I think Patron was there. What's the I think White Claw was there. There's, like, a lot of different places.
That's what I'm talking
There's
about.
Food places out the ass. You got options.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not. You can try to continue a festival all you want, but it's not going to be that same type of atmosphere. It's not. No. Like, nobody's gonna want to go through all that shit that you just said about walking.
Probably.
Right. And not even that. But nobody's gonna go through all of that walking, all of that bullshit, in order to see, I don't know, what the fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, to see whoever the fuck it is. You know, it's not going to hit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that walk to see Erykah Badu on stage. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah.
So, like, you have so many options. And so, I think I got like 4, 5. So, they're like a lot of the sets that we wanted to see Saturday were late sets anyway, so we were good. So, we did see Ludacris. I'm so mad he did not play Splash Waterfalls, because it's like my favorite song by him, but you didn't play that. We played all the other ones. We're like, oh, so you play all these other ratchet songs, but you couldn't play Splash Waterfall.
Good performance.
It was really good. So he was good. I saw Party Next Door. I love Party Next Door, but his girls are doing all the work for him. That was it. And I didn't notice. So my best friend kind of looks like Party. And so he went to go do something else when Party was playing. So I took a picture. I was like, oh, so you on stage?
No.
And so, like, I didn't realize, but if you look at the picture, it looks like Party has his, like, microphone like this to, like, his face. And I'm just like, damn, Party. Like, can you not operate a mic? Anyways, so it was that. And then I think right at the party, it was Lil Wayne and Hot Boy.
How was that?
All the old heads were definitely there for that.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
I
were
bet.
definitely there for that. It was a good show though. Like,
Good.
good, but like it was. I'm glad I have the friends that I have with me. I'll just say
Yeah.
that because there was a guy that was right dead smack in front of us. He was dying. When I say he was dying, like this man needed to leave. Like it was that kind of shit. But his
Oh,
friends
he
were
was over
like,
exaggerating about the shit.
"You good? Okay." And they kept on going playing. Like, you know, the man needed to leave. Like y'all should just left and like kept pushing.
Yeah.
But whatever. And I was like, we were like, "You need some water? Are you good?" Like, we were more
Oh, he was like
concerned for
messing
him.
out.
Yeah, we were more concerned for
Oh,
him than his friends were. Like, good, okay. So yeah, but Saturday was good. Everything was good. So, Sunday, I want to see BX the plug, but I didn't make it in time to see Big X, so whatever. That's fine, whatever. When we
okay.
got there, I think Coco had just started. She did really good. We bought merch. I love their merch, but like, if you're gonna get merch, just get it before you go. Cause they ain't gonna have it there. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we can ship it to your house."
Yeah. How much? Let me ask you a
Oh,
question.
here he go.
You
Every
don't have to.
time.
You
Here
don't.
we
You don't
go.
ask
Here
you
we go.
because I asked you when you went to Vegas too. How much you ended up spending on merch?
150 on merch.
That's not bad.
At Dreamville. But then like I had to get some stuff shipped. Oh, stuff I had shipped.
Plus
That's
you
like
did.
that was like 200 that I had shipped.
Plus you did.
Well, like okay, so they had like this really cute jersey I wanted. They didn't have it. I had to go order it. And then my other best friend, like I always get him something when I go because he's another J. Cole head. But like I was like, y'all got a 3X? And they're like, nah, we all got smalls and mediums left. The fuck?
That's crazy.
So I had to order his like shirt online and have it shipped to his house. So there's that. But while I was doing that, bringing that up, I was doing that, and like they came over to me like, "Hey, can we get some B footage of you like buying stuff with your wristband?" I was like, "Sure." And I'm trying to buy it, and it's like not working. I'm like, I ended up having to use my Apple Card. So just like, all right, whatever. So, and then we did that. If you're in my Discord, you probably have heard my twin say that like he wanted to bite Gorillaz butt. So I was like, all right, cool. We'll make sure you get a.
Is it really? Is it? Hold on. Let me. Is it? Is it? This is crazy. Is it really that fat though? Like for real? Is it really that fat? For real?
I mean, she's small, but for her to be small, it's nice and thick.
Yeah,
Okay, for her to be small. So,
go ahead.
anyways, we went over there. Like, we were like, all right, we gotta get over there early. So we really, like that's one thing. If you want a good spot, like you unfortunately have to go to that stage and like get there early before everybody gets there. So we got there early, and we were literally like front row towards like not in the middle, but like towards like the end. So we got to see her pretty close up. We were so close we could see her like walking down the steps and getting to her car as she left in the back. Yeah, so that's how close we were. But she did really good. Like she's probably one of the like out of the new school performers that were there, she did well. She did a little 2-step on stage, had her girls working. Like she looked pretty and she did really well. So I'll give her a thing on that.
You know what I'm gonna ask.
What you gonna ask?
Was she on time?
Yes,
you know
she was. She was on time. She was on time.
Really?
So the only person that was really late this year, which I'm surprised, because last year a lot of artists were late. Nikki, you like an hour and a half late to your set. Anyways, so she was on time, but before her on that same stage was Wale.
He was late.
He was late. He was like 15 minutes late.
Wow.
And then because he was late on his set, he had to like speed up his set, and he like getting mad and shit. Like they making me speed up my set. Like,
because Badu got to get on. Get the fuck on, nigga.
Right, like we want to see Badu. Like I like you, Wale. You cool, whatever. Yeah. But like, nah, like I need you to go. So he was late. He was mad. He was like, whatever. But the sound issues, like, so that stadium, I don't know, but if they're gonna do like festivals, they need to fix it. There's always a sound issue on that stage, and it is always either on the Rise stage. It happens the most on that stage, which is like the bigger stage, but there's also the Shine stage. And so while I was on the Shine stage and like he started having audio issues, and this man is getting mad.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know what he was thinking when he chose his outfit, but his outfit was not it at all. But anyways, back to Gorillaz. She was on the same stage. So we went over there really early, got to see her, do all that stuff. Well, Erykah was on that same stage, right? So we had to break it down. We were like, all right, are we going to see Erykah really close and stay for this whole set? Or we're going to try to go to the major stage and see J. Cole at the end in a good spot? Now, like I said,
they were going at the same time?
no, they're like really close to like each other in time. Like she's the before him act. So like he's the grand finale, she's like the finale, whatever.
I got you.
So like I said, my twins a J. Cole head, but he was like, I'm good with just like rapping the songs. I ain't got to see him up close. But Erykah, though. I gotta see her real close. Real close.
You gotta see that. Real close.
So we stayed in the exact same spot. We were for Gorillaz to see her and her set. And I'm glad we did because it was a really good set. Like she did a really good job there.
Good. That's what's up.
She was amazing. The only thing is we had left early because it started to rain and we did not want to get rained on. So we dipped at like 10:30 and beat traffic and was out. It was out by 11. We were done.
Good. That's what's up. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that, you run into some hiccups sometimes. That shit happens. But, it sounds like, and seeing other people's posts and stuff seemed like it was a good time for other people just in general. So that's always good to see. If they do something, good luck to them. But you're not going to get that same effect as you did for the past 5 years with Dreamville. So, you can try to
on, but like I feel like it's not going to be the same. Like,
yeah, it's not going to hit. Me, job looking, working at the range. What else? Mushrooms going well. Got some more sawdust from local sawmill. I actually got some sawdust drying because I did a pasteurization in my grow tent, and I turned 34 last Wednesday. Yeah. You guys, I don't celebrate my birthday that. I don't really do shit. I don't. I stopped celebrating my birthday when I was 21. Once I turned 21, I said, fuck this shit. I know motherfuckers that be like, oh, this is my birthday month or birthday week. And I'm like, nigga, it's a day. Fuck.
I'm one of those people. The fuck you mean? Like, I'm celebrating my damn birthday.
Man, it's a day.
Yeah, it's a day about you, though.
Yeah, I was good. Birthdays are cool, but birthdays really suck when you ain't got no.
Why do you say it like that?
Because that's real shit.
Now you made me wish I like stayed down there or something. Had something special to do for your birthday.
They really do anything. I went to the range, got some shots in, and that's about it.
That sounds so depressing for your birthday, sir. Nah.
I like to shoot. I like to shoot. It's nice. Some of the people that come into that range, some of them are crazy, some of them are cool. Man, this is going off on a really crazy tangent. But I was just thinking about this today. If you go buy a new gun, watch a YouTube video or something on how to hold that bitch. Right? You don't go to a gun store and you buy the gun, you got a box of ammo. First of all, get more than one box because you're going to want to shoot it more. Also, if you're into guns, buy all the ammo that you can get because that shit's going to be going up. If you like guns that are from a different country, get what you want to get now or find it cheap because those are going up. Mm-hmm. Also, if you own a Glock that's being discontinued, hold on to that shit. All right. So, yeah, if you buy a gun, like, learn how to shoot it. Learn how to hold it, right? First thing, I swear, the first thing that you should do when you get a gun is go home, watch some videos on it, and then come to the range. Don't just have that motherfucker just in your hand, come straight to the range, and you never, ever picked up a gun in your life. You scared the fuck out of me.
True.
Go home.
Yeah.
Like, learn some shit. Anyway, did that. During that time, since we last talked, there was a Nintendo Direct where they kind of went through the details of the new Switch. We ran into some world issues with tariffs and pre-orders. We're supposed to be on the 9th. I saw something that said that those might be getting moved to May 8th because the release date for the new Switch is the 10th, right? And I was like, okay, cool. That's dope. Cool. So what I wanted to share here was... So, all right. So I saw this online. GameStop is doing... and I talked to Lexy about this too. So GameStop, which they always do, they got to make some type of profit. They had a... posted, hey, if you want to trade in for the reservation to your Switch, The Switch OLED, you get $175. The Switch version 1 or 2 or V2. I need to check which one I have. I don't know. I didn't know that. It's $125. It don't matter. It's $125, and then the Switch Lite is $100, right? Mm-hmm. Now, so if you had the OLED, you get $175, and the Switch itself is $450 for the Switch 2, right? So basically, if you're gonna trade in, what is that? Almost $275.
What are you trading in?
The OLED.
You get $175. It's $450.
Yeah.
$275. Yeah.
$275. Right. $275. You get a Switch 2, and there you go. You're good for, I don't know, 5 years. Right. Do you think that is enough for a trade-in for a Switch OLED?
I mean, yeah.
Especially if you're going to be upgrading to the newest one that has everything that the OLED is. Well, the Switch 2 is just better.
Okay, we got to think about it. Like, it's more than half of the value of the device, because the OLEDs are what, $350, I think, brand new.
Yeah, I think so.
So the OLEDs are like,
so.
I think when I got mine, it was $350. Yeah, they're $349.99. But I mean, you catch sales, you catch deals, but like,
yeah,
if you go to buy one now off the website, it's $349, and then they're giving you like $175. So you're getting a little bit more than half value of the device there.
And it's going to a new joint.
It is going to a new joint, and then the new joint you're going to be paying is less than the money you would pay to buy the OLED.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you were telling me that you have you have all three, right?
Yeah. I have, right now, the only one I have near me is my OLED, but yeah, I have all three.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you got all three, you just walk out that motherfucker with nothing. You know, you walk out with just a new Switch, which is cool, you know, because I know some people like to keep their systems.
I would keep like one.
Yeah.
And then trade it.
Yeah. For sure. And one thing that a lot of people also had issues with was basically that $450 price for that Switch was something that some people saw kind of strange. Here, you can see all of the breakdowns of all Nintendo systems, and this is the original price / adjusted for inflation as of April 2nd, 2025. Right? So NES 9. That motherfucker with inflation now will be $523. Damn. $523. That was $179. That is crazy to me. That blows my mind, because when you think about you got the NES, the SNES, the Nintendo 64, those are all going over 400 in inflation now. The GameCube, damn, the GameCube is $359. I actually have one of those. Jesus, I do. I might trade that motherfucker in. And I'm serious. And the biggest thing to me is I've never played. I never had a Wii. I didn't have the Wii U either. But seeing that inflation of that Wii U at $415, that's crazy to me. I can understand the 64, the N64, the SNES, and the NES being at the prices that they are, because those are classic game consoles. I get it. Nostalgia, all that shit. If you have a clean one, get all the money that you can get. I know there were a lot of Wiis out there. I know there were.
I mean, they're still like around, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would think there's like tons of them still out there. It's just that inflation is just crazy to me. $394 for a Wii, and $415 for the Wii U. And I think the only reason why that's $415 is because of the I guess that's for the controller with the screen on it. I would think that's the only reason why. Because I mean, you got this, and this is the biggest thing right now. So if you're gonna trade in your Switch, it was $299 on first release on original price, and the Switch now with inflation is $387, and GameStop is giving you $125 for a trade-in. But
okay,
go ahead.
So that one's a little less than half. Like, but then you gotta think about age, and then think about trying to like resell that. Like,
yeah, if you were to go to Facebook Marketplace, nobody would buy it at $387.
Right.
Nobody would buy that shit at $387, especially when this new Switch is coming out. So I get it. It's just I know that a lot of people were like, "Damn, $450 for for this new console," but it does everything that people complained about with the Switch, i.e., like on the dock, there's no Ethernet port, so you can't connect to a LAN.
But who's really out here using Ethernet like that? Like,
I do. I got one on my TV in the living room.
Yeah, I use that like on like stationary shit, but not.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. For the dock. That's what I'm saying.
I don't ever use a dock ever.
Some people do though. Like if I'm playing on that TV out there, I want it to be connected to the internet through a wire connection than Wi-Fi, because I want that better connection with that. So I get it. Instead of me having to go buy a adapter to make it work, or buy docking, a separate dock or something, and then come to find out, well, your dock doesn't work because it's not a Nintendo product, all that bullshit when they first came out. I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. What else did they change here? We got, there's a lot of sharing, y'all. So
what's the price of the games?
I had a screenshot of it. I didn't bring it up, but you said what was the price of the games? Let me see. Do I have that? No, I don't. I don't have that. No. Yeah, check that, because I think they might be like around $60 or something like that. I think.
No, because they were talking about the next Mario game supposed to be $80.
For real?
Yeah.
God damn. Oh my gosh. So we know that this Switch comes with the Nintendo. It comes with the Switch. Comes with the Switch 2 dock. Joy-Cons, which I love the way the Joy-Cons are on this thing. I love that they kind of just snap into place, and it's not like you have to slide them on or some shit like that. Love that. Joy-Con straps, and it comes with Joy-Con. Oh, the grips, right? Bigger screen. We know that. 920 by 1080 pixels. HDR10 support. I mean, it looks good. Still has the expandable memory where you can add more. Has wireless LAN, Bluetooth, which the first Switch had an update for Bluetooth. It wasn't something that was already there, was it?
Good question. I don't remember.
I thought it was an update for the Bluetooth. One of the biggest things that's actually really cool is when you're using HDMI port and TV mode, the max that you can get is 4K resolution at 60 FPS. And that's amazing, because that's something that I know people wanted forever. Why is it that when I plug this shit into the dock, it's not any different from when I'm looking at the screen when I have it handheld? When I plug it into the dock, I get 4K. If I have a 4K TV monitor or whatever, great. I have that. Built-in microphone, 2 USB Type-C ports. Because if we remember correctly, it was one on the bottom of the Switch. And was there one on the top?
One at the bottom. I don't remember one being at the top.
Yeah.
I need to go grab my Switches.
You got one right there.
Yeah, but I have my OLED.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not anything on the top, is it?
Does it have a case on it? Nah, just a power button.
Yeah.
And the game thing and the volume buttons on the top.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, you got the...
Yeah. Yeah. So, love that. Love that it has that. Love that it still keeps the audio jack. Takes both new Switch games and regular Nintendo Switch cards. Like I said, expandable memory up to 2 terabytes. Gosh, that's a lot. I like it. I don't think they could have made the dock like smaller. I don't think they could have, because if it's a bigger screen and shit, so I think it's a little bit thinner than the original Switch. I think the dock doesn't really go too crazy. The Joy-Cons, though, love the way they look. I fucking love the Joy-Cons, because I get tired of that slide shit. I hate that, to put them things on. Can't stand it. Not stand it. The only thing is, I wonder how strong it is that it just doesn't randomly just come off. You know what I mean? That's kind of the big thing. Also, I wonder if these Joy-Cons, I hope these Joy-Cons don't go through like bullshit as the other ones did, because there have been people I remember seeing
drifting.
Yup, the drifting, seeing people having issues, having to send the shits back, buy new ones. Yup. So hopefully that's an issue that they also did fix with these new Joy-Cons. Trust me, if they didn't, we will hear about it immediately. Immediately.
Okay, people will be like, what the fuck is this? It's a no-go.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks good. I love the style of it. You know, it's not, I don't think it's I think it's a really great upgrade from what it was. And hey, I can't knock it. I know there's gonna be a new Pokemon on it, so I'm happy about that.
So it's not all games are 80s. Some of the games are going to be 80.
I think it should be mostly like Nintendo branded games though, right? That would make sense, because I would think that Nintendo always does that. They always gonna hike up their own games pretty high. Like that's just the way shit is. Nintendo does that. They know that. I always feel like Nintendo always knew that they're at like a certain level within the gaming realm that they're like, who the fuck is gonna touch us? The competition that we had back in the day is not even coming back for us right now. And that was Sega. And they're like, Sega not even touching us right now. Like,
no, they're doing their software thing. They're not worried about hardware.
But Jesus Christ, I would love to see Sega come out with a new Game Gear. That would be amazing.
God, not a Game Gear.
That would be amazing. Because here's the thing with the old Game Gear. I had one, right? That bitch took 8 batteries, 4 on each side. You drain those motherfuckers real quick. You had to buy like the battery charger. Yeah. Like, so you could just keep reusing them bitches. And you had to get the batteries, like you had the batteries where you can like put your thumb and your finger and it shows you the charge on it. Man, those things were garbage. But the Game Gear was cool. It was just big and clunky though. If they were to redo that shit and just like, you know, kind of make it into a Switch, that'd be cool. But I just don't think it would sell that well just because people have the Switch. But there aren't. If you want to play Sega games, which I would actually play Sega games before I play Nintendo games, to be honest with you. A little bit. Because Sega games were great. They were great. I would love to play Crazy Taxi on the go.
I mean, you can if you got a Steam Deck.
Oh, yeah. You know I do. Okay. But you want that. It's not the same. Yeah. You want that, you know, I want to be playing a Sega game on a Sega console. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it'd be great if they did. But like I said, I do think that the Switch does look nice. If you want it, there was this big thing. If you wanted to get pre-orders were supposed to happen in America April 9th.
You get those.
Those got pushed because of the tariffs. And now, like I said, it looks like those are going to be, pre-orders will be starting May 8th. But there's no like confirmed date for retail pre-orders. So... And the set date for release is still June 5th. So this is coming out June 5th.
I think I'm not going to be one of those earlier adopters this time around. I think I'm going to wait a minute and like,
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I do think that that's kind of the best thing to do. I'm never a fan of like when something first comes out, just going straight for it.
Oh no, I'm a day oneer. Definitely a day oneer, but yeah, not for like. So for me, I don't really use my Switch that often, and like this one, I don't think I've used in like probably the last 2 years. To be honest with you, at least since I have my Steam Deck, like since I have my Steam Deck, I just don't use it because I can just take my Steam Deck with me, and I have more game options there.
Yeah, and I guess that's the big thing too. That like
that's their competition. They're coming up in market share. So
when you think about that type of competition. Like, you know, Nintendo is still going to be Nintendo, but then I have this thing right here that's a handheld that has all my PC games on it, and I can take it wherever I want. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just so when you have a Switch, that's all you really can play is Switch games.
Yep.
But like, if you have a Steam Deck, you can play your PC games. There's apps out there that you can buy that'll do like remote play for like your Xbox. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't listened to PlayStation, but there's probably one out there for PlayStation that you could do it too. I mean, if you don't like Linux, you could like go ahead and like redo everything and do Windows. So it's just like there's options out there for you on that one handheld versus this Switch is locked down. Like that's all you're playing is the Switch games.
The best comparison that I can this is gonna get really nerdy shit. The best comparison that I can compare it to is like when let's say when smartphones started to be like all screen, right? Mm-hmm. My first smartphone was a Droid X. I fucking was able to I love that phone.
I hate those phones.
Oh my god, that was a great phone because I was able to get into it and I was able to add ROMs to it and change everything in it. Right? That's what the Steam Deck is. Like to me, when I think about
Apple versus Android.
When I think about not even that, but Motorola. When I think about Nintendo, I think about Samsung. So Samsung, you can put back in the day, you can put ROMs on them. But now they got this Knox shit on it, this type of security shit.
But then again, I mean, but in general, like retrospect, like it literally would be iPhone versus Android because everybody knows that when you have an Android, you do so much.
Yep.
But, I mean, right now, both of them are like blocking shit up. So if you don't have any more like jailbreaking or rooting or any of that shit anymore, so it's just like. Well, there goes the fun.
Yeah. I can, I have a Samsung. They're dope. Like, they're great. But if I could go, like, I can go to Best Buy right now and go buy a Motorola phone and fucking add a ROM to that shit. Or I can go buy like a, what is it, Xiaomi?
Oh, the ones that we can't get here?
Oh my gosh. I love Xiaomi phones. They're so pretty. And then in the what is it? Huawei phones, they have one that trifolds and opens up and it becomes a tablet though. And we can't even get that anymore. We can't even get those. So Nintendo is definitely a stagnant type of console. Once you're in it, and you can't do anything else with it. I'm only saying, we're only bringing this up because if you had to choose between a Switch and you had a choice between a Steam Deck, I will tell you to get that Steam Deck before you get that Switch.
It's so weird that they have that. Like, the Switch has that pricing because, I think the cheapest Steam Deck is what, like $399?
Yeah, maybe like
something like that, depending on which one you're getting. And then, like, on summer sales, they do like 20% off or 10%. It's just depending on like what's going on. So, like, it's just weird that they did $450, knowing that the Steam Decks are like their closest competitors and technically are a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And like they have basically complete openness. Like you can redo parts and stuff and like change your OS and like all kinds of shit. So
I can stream on the Steam Deck. I can stream on a Steam Deck. You know what I mean? Like if you don't want to deal with and also the games are cheaper too.
Sales all the time. Sales out. Yeah.
Once you
make a lot of free to play options.
Yeah. Once you make a Steam account, you and Steam both notice Steam has sales damn near every 3 months. From
sometimes it's just like back to back. Like
from different publishers at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you will never ever. When we tell you what a Nintendo sale looks like, a Nintendo sale is seeing Mario Party or the racing shit $5 off. Fuck you talking about? Ain't no damn sale.
It's really not. Like that's what I don't like about Steam. Like not Steam, but like the Switch is like like the hits.
Yeah,
they never on sale.
No,
you're never gonna find them on sale.
Anything that has that Nintendo brand on it, you should look. Unless like right now, you can probably go find Animal Crossing probably cheap, just because it's not labeled Nintendo. And there are a lot of manufacturers, a lot of publishers that make games for Nintendo and stuff like that. Like, but there are just certain games I would never want to play on a Switch. I've tried it and it's shit. Like playing Skyrim on a Nintendo Switch is shit.
I've done it. It's not fun. It's
bad.
Steam Deck?
Bad. Yeah, on the Steam Deck. hey, it's cool. I can add whatever I can still add mods to that on the Steam Deck. Can still add mods. You know what I mean? Because I can get into the files and do what I have to do and all that shit. I don't know. The new Switch looks great. But like I said, if you had the choice to pick between the two, go with that Steam Deck, man. Just don't even. Yeah. Like it's the best bang for your buck. Buy yourself a cover for your Steam Deck. It already has a case. It should come with a case. And takes USB Type-C charging and all that shit. Get a dock. You're good to go. And that's the other thing too. You could get an off-brand dock, or you can get the one from Valve, or from Valve. So I don't know. It looks great. Looks good. The Switch does look really nice. If you're a Nintendo fiend and you need it, go for it. But I say wait a little bit because there's going to be some hiccups somewhere. And also, we don't know what the fuck that motherfucker's going to do in that damn White House. He put a 90-day hold on this shit. So we don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
I feel like, because when it comes out, it's going to be within that 90 days, right?
Yep. It's going to be backed up.
I feel like people are going to be buying those out the ass so they can get it at that $450 price.
Yup, you gonna be paying $800 for a fucking Switch 2.
And they're going to be selling them for a Zora amount of months. So you're not even going to get one.
Yep.
Probably day one like that, because
scalpers
are going to buy them up so they can go ahead and resell. And
you paying fucking
what's the Hello
graphics
Kitty
card
shirt?
prices.
Hold on, wait a minute. I see the Hello Kitty shirt, and I love Hello Kitty.
Yeah, that's a hoodie. Walmart, man.
Did you hide that from me so I wouldn't steal it when I came to your house?
No, it wasn't even out. I mean, I got that. I got the chopper head joint. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that shit's going to come back and they're going to be like, oh, people are going to bum rush that shit. And there's going to be people holding on to them and upcharging. And if if this shit goes on to Christmas, I think you'll see people paying $800 to $900 for a Switch 2. Yes. For the new Switch.
They will. Because they're going to be like, my kid wants this for Christmas.
Yep. So, yeah, man. It's, if you want it, and when pre-orders open, if they do, go for it. But, hey, man, you can find some Steam Decks, used, new, and you'll be good to go. You don't have to wait for the bullshit. Oh man, that's a crazy thought. Speaking of this tariff shit, have you seen, we already know that a lot of these expensive clothing and bag, the purses and bags and stuff are made in China and stuff already?
You just had to bring up my bag.
Yeah. Have you seen that people in China are hey, this is the factory that makes this shit. Do you want to know how much this shit actually really fucking costs? This is how much
I've heard about it. I haven't looked into it, but yeah, just
it's crazy. And some companies think so. I don't know, but some companies are you can just buy straight from us. Mm-hmm. You want this shit, just buy it straight from us. You don't have to deal with the Birkin bullshit. Just come straight to us. You want that Chanel bag or that Gucci bag or whatever. You know what I mean? That Louis Vuitton, that bullshit. You can you can just come by from us. But like I said, with this tariff shit, if you're into firearms, buy the ammo that you need, because all of the components that you need to make ammo come from overseas.
So you want to give me some 9mm? Because I don't have any 9mm.
Look, I need to make a trip to Fuquay Guns and see what the fuck is up, because I'm pretty sure their prices are going to go up. And they usually do stuff in bulk. I would go there every couple months and you could probably buy almost I don't know, 1,000 rounds for almost $200. Yeah, right. And I would just give some to my sister and shit. But get the ammo that you need. Anything that you need tech wise and shit like that. If you trying to build a computer,
get a 5090.
You trying to build a computer this year? You better start going on Facebook Marketplace and start haggling.
I'm good. I do need to build a new PC, but I gotta get a 5090 first.
I don't think that shit's gonna let up. That's not gonna let up for months. I'm sorry to say that. I know you know that. I know you know that. Yeah.
Like one came up today, and because I get text alerts for like when they come in different places. That's how serious it is. Yes. And as soon as I had it, I was adding it to my cart. Yeah.
Gone. Yep. That's the way that it is. Even with like I said, we got a lot to talk about because it's a lot of shit. But because I've just been noticing a lot of stuff so nobody's buying new cars like that, right? Used car market is gonna go back up again like it was during COVID, right? So what did you say?
I said hopefully.
So why are you saying hopefully?
So how I got Onyx was during that market, and I had a car.
What are you trying to?
It was worth more than what I owed on it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you trying to get rid of something?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to get rid of something. So hopefully that happens so I can get rid of something. And
yeah. You trying to get rid of Onyx?
I will not say which car I'm trying to get rid of.
Oh, I know. You gotta tell me, girl. You gotta tell me.
Okay, let me tell you, like.
Nah, you gotta tell me shit.
No, hold on. Look, since we're talking about cars, real quick.
Oh, you talking about the kids?
Yes, the kids. Yeah,
you talking about those kids.
So, like, we don't know. My Tesla is wrapped in like this black, sparkly glitter wrap. I did it intentionally, but like, kids love it. Okay, so like Sunday, I had to park it in the front. I never park it in the front. It's always in my garage, but it was in the front because like I have Amazon and they deliver my groceries in my garage. Well, I was out, and so they put all my like groceries right at the front of my garage. So I could not drive. So I had to get the groceries, put them in the house before I could drive the car in. So while I was doing that, like putting them in, like someone was knocking at my door. I'm like, what the fuck is knocking at my door?
Yeah. Did you send me the video? And I was like, what the fuck?
And so like they knocked. I was like, I ain't going down there for a knock. So they like decided to ring the doorbell because they know there's a camera in the doorbell. They're like, hey, we really like your car. And then like
that's a compliment, man.
And they proceeded to like walk off or whatever.
That's a big compliment. That's a good one. Like I said, used car market. If you trying to sell something off, do it. I want to get rid of this damn Dodge Nitro.
But you've been talking about that Nitro and getting rid of it for like ever.
No.
Like,
Sitting here thinking about it. When I'm sitting here thinking about it, I might just like get that bitch up and running just so I can sell that shit. Like for real. I have, I've been thinking about selling the Volvo, the newer one.
Why?
Because I want to get the older one fixed up. I have a turbo already.
But I took you to get that car.
I know. Get it rebalanced and everything. It's so much I want to do with that older Volvo, and also the value of that. Like I paid $500 for that car.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. And now those old red block Volvos are selling for almost like $4,000 to $6,000. Right. So if I took the head off of it because I got the head resurfaced, but now I'm like, damn, I want to get a 16 valve head from an old 960, put that on, add the turbo onto it so I can draw that shit. Right. Because I think that gives like a good aesthetic look to the mushroom shit too.
Just you in this old car.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Right. So I think that works, so I just have the pickup truck and my old Volvo that I don't make any payments on. That's the one thing that kills everybody is these fucking car payments. And
here he goes.
No, I'm just happy I don't have one anymore. And all this shit that's going on, man, it's
a really weird time right now.
Yeah.
It's super weird. I was watching this TikTok video of this guy that like goes to car auctions and buys cars.
Mm-hmm.
And he was at a Bank of America auction, right? Now, Bank of America, you get a car from them, you gotta have some pretty good, decent credit to get them to give you a car.
Yep.
So while he was there was like really new cars. There was like a 2025 Honda that they had that somebody had already got repoed. There was like a BMW, I think it was like a 2023 or 2034. Yep. It's just like you seeing all these cars and they're getting repoed. And it's just because, like, the job market's ass.
Yep.
Government workers are getting laid off. Like, bills are rising, uncertainty, downsizing. Like, it's just really weird times. Even, like, with stocks, like, oh, my God. Well, like, I don't really, like, I had like a half stocks and then keep them there for the long term. But looking at the prices go up and down every day it's like anxiety inducing. I'm just like,
yeah, okay. It's crazy. You go to car dealerships, man. There are cars that are just like new cars off the truck. They're just sitting because it's so fucking expensive and so overpriced. Like buying, I was talking to people.
So like during this time with like Tesla, they have released a new model.
They did?
Y. Like, yeah, they released a refreshed version of the Model Y.
Yeah.
And it's ugly. I don't want it. Only if I got it, it would just be for the ambient light and a few other features that's there. But like, they're not selling those. They are not moving. Yeah. Like they haven't. I think they sold sales market wise. Like when I look back in March, I think they maybe sold like 11,000 of those.
And that motherfucker shot himself in the foot opening his dumb ass
he
mouth.
Did. He definitely did. Because nobody's buying Teslas. Like I don't really like driving my Tesla because people like to.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that motherfucker. He shot himself in his foot. He shot himself in his own foot with that, man. He literally picked up the gun and just said, "What does this do?" Bang. Yeah, man. Car lots full. Buying a truck. Buying a fucking truck. A pickup truck. Like, man, I will tell, look, this is something that I'm going to start living by now. I will never buy a car that is older than 2010.
We're finally getting there now.
Yeah, 2010. I'm not going to do it. I can still work on a car. Like, I had to work on that Volvo. Mm-hmm. Dude, oh my goodness, it's a 2016. If the blower motor goes out on that Volvo, I'm giving it away. Because I know the steps that I have to do and I have to buy a special tool for it. Mm-hmm. I'm done. I love Volvo to death. But that motherfucker, no. If I have to change the blower motor and that, hey man, I'll give it to an enthusiast. Take it. You know what I mean? I'll stick with my red blocks, man. Red blocks are easy, simple, engine, boom. You know what I mean? Anything 2010 or below, I can still work on that shit. I don't need like a certain computer or anything to get into it. I don't have to take out the whole fucking engine to get to this small little piece and all this bullshit. Yeah, 2010 or lower, man. I'm not even fucking with it. Not even fucking with it. Not worth it. So, you know, if you want to get a car right now, have fun. Shit. If you want to sell a car, have a lot of fun. Have a lot of fucking fun. Have a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Has there been anything else that has been going on? Pollen is disgusting.
It doesn't bother me. I don't get allergies, but he
bothers the fuck out of me and my dog. And my sister's getting a dog.
Oh,
yeah. One of the vet techs that she works with, he found a puppy that needed he had to get surgery. He had to get like rectal surgery because basically like his rectum was like out of his body. So he had to like get surgery, get it back in. Right. And I don't know if he was abused or what. Probably so. Because his ears were cropped. Right. Most of the time, whenever I see cropped ears, I'm thinking you wanted this dog for a certain look. Cropped ears are not a good thing. If my sister has told me this plenty of times, cropped ears are not good because it causes infections. It's most of the time, if you see a dog with cropped ears, that means that the person that had the dog probably did it themselves, more than likely, and didn't know how to do it the right way, right? So, nice dog. She's naming him Watson. That's a dumbass name.
Like it.
Naming the dog Watson. And, yeah, nice looking dog. You know, a little short body dog. It's not going to get that big. It won't be as big as Sunny. But, yeah, she was like, she's, traveling right now. But she's like, yeah, when I get back, I'm going to get it. And the dude, the vet tech, he paid for the surgery himself. It was like she told me it was like $1,000. And I told her, I was like, you going to pay him something, right? She was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to pay him. I'm going to pay him because he did that out of his own pocket. And I was like, okay, cool, good. But yeah, she's getting a dog, so it's gonna be 2 cats and a dog. What that now means is, you know what that means?
Friend, what? That Sonny has a friend now.
That, but if my mother and my sister go out of town, I'm gonna be watching 3 fucking dogs in my house. Right, man. Anywho, yeah,
the chaos.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking insane. 2 girls and a boy.
Yeah, chaos.
But yeah, I think that is everything. I will say, but it was something else that Lexy and I talked about. This was me, one of my random moments, right? William Shatner type shit. I was, I'm gonna talk about it, whatever. I was listening to a New Jack Swing playlist yesterday, and I know New Jack Swing artists, like even artists that aren't considered New Jack Swing artists or like soul artists or R&B artists, they had a New Jack Swing phase just because it was popular at the time. There were some groups in this playlist that I've never heard about in my life. Never heard of them. And then when I look them up, they were like from Jersey. One group was from fucking Baton Rouge, Louisiana. First, I said, what the fuck is a New Jack Swing group doing in Baton Rouge, Louisiana? It tripped me out. But yeah, that's another episode. We could talk about that and go into music and all that shit. But yeah, thank you guys. Is there anything that you wanted to add?
Yeah, I guess since we're talking about stuff.
Sure.
I've got into gardening, so I have some plants outside that are.
Oh, what you got?
I have some sunflowers.
Oh, what do you know? What like genus? Yeah.
No, I do not.
Okay. Are they?
I didn't start them. A friend of mine started them and gave them to me to grow because I was like, I wanted to learn how to garden. So
are they?
This is what we're starting with.
Are they regular sunflowers, like the regular yellow with the black, or are they like red petals?
They're regular. They're red.
Okay.
Or they're the yellow ones. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what's up. You need to. Do you have plants inside your house? You should look into elephant ear.
I've seen those, and I've thought about it. Yeah.
And they come in different colors and varieties too. They're silver. I think they're black.
We're starting.
They're pretty good. Pretty easy to take care of too. But if you want like a really good look, those things are really good house plants. Don't ask me how I know. But anywho, please, you guys, thank you for listening to another episode. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials. We definitely kind of want to get some more stuff moving and going and stuff like that when it comes to that,
So we actually share us out. Because, we share them reels, those clips that you see, so we can grow you guys. So we thank you guys for listening. We always appreciate you guys' comments. And don't forget, you also can text us. There's a little link in the show description that you can click on and text us. So that way we can grow and find more listeners.
Yeah.
And get better.
Definitely. Yeah. So thanks for listening, and we will see you guys when we see you. Bye.